I really want to go to Iceland and stay in one of those glass igloos where you can like see the Northern Lights. But I really want.
Do it. Manifest it. Make it real.
Watch these Outlander episodes.
Yes, please.
You can help. You can help make these dreams a reality.
Yeah. Help me buy more peasant tops so you can see all this.
Yeah, look at those cans over there. Okay, well, I am Kristen.
And I'm Rachel.
And this is So I'm Watching Outlander, Season 1, Episode 11, The Devil's Mark. So, this is the episode with the trial. Before the trial, we get a couple of scenes with Geillis and Claire in, like, the thieves' hold or whatever. It's good. This is a really good episode.
I know you say it in every single episode, but God, so many happens.
So many things.
And I guess I forget that because this is a full hour.
Yeah.
And so I guess I forget how much can happen in a full hour.
Yeah, 59 minutes.
Yeah, so much.
We're right there. I love this episode because for me, it represents a turning point.
Yes.
Which is really, because like the wedding is sort of a turning point, but then we go right back to the status quo at the castle and everything. But this is a real turning point where like from this episode forward, it is Claire and Jamie against the world.
Yes.
And sometimes with Murtaugh.
With Murtaugh, it's credits, yeah.
And so that's what I really love about this episode is that we leave the castle. And also I think my favorite part about this episode is she actually finally tells him everything. About everything. He's like, look, we can do whatever, but like you need to tell me what's going on because Geillis shows her smallpox mark, vaccine mark, and that Jamie finally is like, you need to explain that now because Geillis said it's a devil's mark. Are you a witch? What's going on?
Well, yeah, and it's like he comes riding back into town since him and Dougal were sent away because Colin got super fucking pissed.
He's such a bitch baby sometimes.
He really is. But so like coming back day 2 of the witch's trial and your wife is like being carried away and like beaten.
Yeah.
Because
she's getting whipped. Yeah.
Yeah. And if I were Jamie, I probably would be like, so let's cut the crap. Something's up.
Let's tell me what's going on. And so she essentially explains it to him. I skipped way ahead, but the trial is actually kind of hilarious because like some things that you expect are going to happen. Like Geillis's housekeeper turns on them. Even though she seemed to have a pretty cush situation.
For real. Yeah. I mean, it's just like she is clearly trying to save her own hide. Of course, but it's just like you were in cahoots just as much as anybody 100%. Else.
So she turns on them. The lady with the changeling baby like says what she said, but Ned Gowan is also there.
Yes,
and he's like, here's the thing is, you know, Jeannie, you're just like
disgruntled employee,
butthurt because you know you didn't get paid as much money as you want, and you are just a grieving mother. And I do just love that Ned Gowan is there. He's so amazing. And then Father Bane comes, and you think it's going to be horrible, but then he actually is like, but she saved the child, and I couldn't do it.
Yeah, but then he was just like, I'm not fit to serve this parish.
That part is gross, and it backfires. But I don't think he was trying to be. I think he was sincere at the beginning.
Oh no, this was all a plan.
Do you really think so?
Oh my God, with all of my chest.
All right.
Holy shit. No, especially and when he looks up at her and with that fucking shit-eating grin.
Does he do a grin?
Yeah.
I was looking down.
Oh no.
Okay,
he looks up at her and I mean Cheshire cat.
Okay.
Oh, full on paws in the saucer.
In that case, then never mind. But at the beginning, it feels like it's going to be positive.
Yeah, I mean, you know, because he's like, Mistress Claire named that the boy had been poisoned by some fauna and blah, 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 whatever.
Yeah.
And I didn't believe God and I turned away from God and like chose to just give him his last rites instead of like hoping that, whatever. Yeah.
Okay,
Scottish noise.
So then that does happen. And then the, I guess, nail in the coffin is the Leary.
Fuck that bitch.
She sucks so hard.
Actress, we love you.
No, she's so good.
Much. You're doing so well.
What was it again? Nell Hudson?
We hate you.
No, Nell Hudson is great. She's doing such a good job. Leary Mackenzie is trash. But I love her whole performance where she's just like, he loved me in blood. She gave me like a potion, but then she took it herself. And
you drank dried horse dung.
You really did.
Stupid bitch.
Yeah. She also said just pour it outside his door.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
Ugh.
Anyway, her whole thing is really hilarious because it just is crocodile tears. Claire even calls her out and is like, this is just a performance. Like, you're all ridiculous. And I just love like every minute of it. And she's so weepy. It's just like, blah, but it's hilarious. So yeah, they are gonna be burned basically, and they start whipping Claire, and it's just sort of like, really?
Well, and Ned takes them, they ask for like a quick recess and takes them into the room, and he was like, Claire, you have to renounce Geillis.
Yeah.
And she was like, I could never. And he was like, if you want to save your life, you have to renounce her.
Yeah.
And so Geillis is kind of like thinking through it and flat out asks Claire, why are you here? And Claire's like, it was an accident. And she's kind of like, oh my God. Like,
because I think she has known the entire time that Claire is from the future, 100%. Like the moment she met her, she was like, you shouldn't.
Yeah.
You're not correct. And so when she finds out that she's, was there by accident, she's like, what the hell? Like, how did that happen? And Claire asks her why she's here, and she's like, for Scotland. And it's just sort of like are you fucking serious? Like, this is all like for Scotland? And I do love that part. And then especially when she says, I think it's possible that you can go back through the stones. Oh my God. It's amazing.
It just says 1968.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, and my favorite is when she like makes the decision to just go back out there. Yeah. And she was like, I'm going to a fucking barbecue. And it's like, yes, you're just like completely accepting it. It's so good.
I think, Lottie Verbeek
she is fantastic.
Next level. I think she needs more stuff. Like, why isn't she in more stuff?
I agree.
Like, it's this, and then like she's in The Fault in Our Stars. Is she in other stuff?
I follow her on Instagram, I think, and I thought that she had something going on.
The Blacklist. Oh, she was on Agent Carter. That also got canceled, but The Borgias. She's gigging.
Yeah,
she's gigged, but I love her, and she's spectacular in this episode. And in case you're worried, this is not the last we see of Geillis Duncan.
Absolutely.
So we're good. But basically what happens is she admits to killing Arthur. She admits to all the stuff, all of it. And then she pulls down her dress to show the devil's mark. And to make sure Claire sees it so that she it's one more thing.
Yeah. I think that was the whole reason of her series of undress. It was purely to show Claire the smallpox.
Well, the sleeve was for the smallpox. The rest of it was so they would know she was pregnant. Because they can't kill her if she's pregnant.
Man, and that dress just really tore away. Just Velcro. It's impressive.
That part's all amazing. I love every moment of it. What else? That's pretty much it. It's just the trial and the going away.
Yeah, and I love when Jamie shows up in the nick of time, as he always does. And he's basically holding everyone at bay. And he was like, I swore an oath to this woman on an altar of God. And if you think that you can challenge the word of God, I don't agree with you.
Because the stupid fucking judges are like, who are you to be in this court of law or whatever? And he's like, nah.
Yeah. Well, because it's like he's using their own logic against them, because everyone just loves to throw God around. Yeah. And it's awesome. And it's heartbreaking and so interesting to see the choice that Geillis is making, because she's purely saving Claire's life.
Yeah.
Because she's there by accident. Like she does not deserve any of this. Yeah. But yeah, Jamie takes Claire away and then sits her down, and he's like, all right, cut the bullshit. You've got to tell me
what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
And she does. And he basically is like, I don't 100% know if I believe you, but I trust you.
I'm processing.
Yeah. But the fact that he's like, I trust you is the important part. And so
I trust you and I trust your heart.
Exactly.
Yep.
I love that so much. So basically then she spills everything. He's like, cool, let's make a journey. And then unbeknownst to her, she thinks they're going back to Lallybroch. He takes her to Craigh and is like, go back through the stones, you'll be good. And then she almost touches it. And he's like, not yet. Oh my God.
Yeah. Like, I wasn't ready.
Yeah. Which is also super cute. And so they just like hang out a little while longer. And he, she has a good time.
Yeah, she does. I just love that when he tells her there's nothing for you here except danger and pain or whatever. And it's just, he thinks lowly of himself. I know, but it's and when she goes and sees that they're at Craigh, and I'm like, he's already just so sad. You can see it in his face. He's trying to keep the steel, but it's just not working at all. And then she says in the narration that the whole time that they're traveling, all he's doing is talking about Lallybroch and like creating the picture of like what their life is going to look like together. And she's just like in and out, not really hearing it. And that's just so heartbreaking too. I feel like he's doing it to cover his tracks a little bit, but like, I feel like he's almost kind of doing wishful thinking, knowing that he's going to give her back to her own time.
Definitely.
But, and it's just so sad. And I just love, again, that he's giving her agency.
Yeah.
Like, make the choice. You want to go back? I'm 100%. I'm not going to keep you here.
I've brought you here so you can decide, like, you know, because you're totally right that he's like, you have to make the choice. I can't decide this for you. Like, because it's also clear he wants her to stay. Like, I mean, they're in love. They're just flat out. But he's like, I know that this is not your place, so if you need to leave, then you should leave. And I think it's like really, really sweet. And then she doesn't leave. She stays.
Well, and then he says, I'm going to stay at the camp until nightfall just to make sure that you're safe. And then she comes back and says, on your feet, soldier.
She says that a lot too. She says it to Frank too at the beginning, but the soldier thing, but she says it to him like so much, like so often. So yeah, I really like this episode, and I really, really, really like what comes next.
Same.
Because it's like super fun. And we get to meet Jenny for real and Ian, and it's super duper amazing.
So good.
Love it.
It's so good. I love it so much.
I'm excited.
Yay.
Also, we have taco pie, so we're going to go eat.
Yes.
Okay.
More gin for me. So, okay, bye.